coming back at you this evening with some information that I've seen on an article. And any article can lie. There's some places that make money and a career off lies. If you want to know the truth, America was built on lies. So nothing is too far-fetched in this society anymore. I'm willing to almost believe any form of wickedness that can happen. It can happen, and nothing is impossible. So, with that being said, I'm reading this article. It says, shocking new revelation about Michelle Obama, a must read. And like I said, I've heard and seen little videos and stuff on the YouTube, people going in on this. And, some of the evidence is like, them shoulders, man, it kind of gets you wondering sometimes. Like I said, I could be completely wrong. This could be just something to dirty this woman up, to try to make her look bad. I understand that, America was built on racism. And there are people, racist elements that are just hell-bent on making this man look terrible simply to the fact of the color of his skin. I know that is out there. It's always been out there. But also, for this man's policies and the things that he's agreed on and signed on to, the gay marriage in all states, the color of the rainbow on the White House, when that happened, the very day that happened, and when the evening came, the rainbow on the White House. Now they're trying to force these schools to have transgender bathrooms. So with all that, and him agreeing with that, and even celebrating it, is it too far-fetched to believe that this man would be able to marry a transgender person who was once a man, who is now took on the persona and the looks of a woman? Is that too far-fetched, people who are watching this video? Is that, am I losing my mind? Am I off? If you agree to that, you part of it. If you agree to something wickedness, you are in cahoots with it. You're in agreement with wickedness. And like the scripture says, I believe in Proverbs 17:15, he that justifies a wicked, he himself is also an abomination. So, even though you may say, well, I just work here, you're still in agreement with that wickedness. I mean, if this thing is true, do people know what that really means, how wicked that is? To be and deceiving that is? If this thing is real, that is deception on a scale that tips the scale. And I'm going to go ahead and read this. In 1981, high school football team photo leaves little doubt that Michelle Obama was born Michael Robinson. A Google search revealed that Michelle was first outed as a man in a story posted on June 30th, 2011 by Matthew Glosser at a website called Christwire.org. I've reposted his origin. Michelle was born Michael LaVan Robinson and was a football player in high school. Photoshop Michelle, photo below, and won a scholarship as a linebacker for the Oregon State Beavers in his first year at college. Article and photos below. The Glosser article says that former Obama staff member told him that Michael reportedly left school and had a sex change operation January 13th, 1983, a significant date for Satanists. Helena Stokely was also murdered on this date and afterwards entered Princeton University, which is listed among the top 8 universities in the USA with acceptance rate of 7%. As a female student, Michelle Robinson, many photos posted to the internet prior to the election were apparently photoshopped to make Michelle appear to look like a female in his high school and college years. Don Nikoloff was the first to write that the vast majority of photos of young Obama and his family that were posted to the internet in 2007 and 2008 prior to the election were completely faked and photoshopped into existence. Note that are no photos of Michelle even pregnant, nor do birth records exist for either of their children. Barack has the physical characteristics of an Indonesian man and is not of African ancestry. About 2 months ago, my office was contacted by an anonymous source who claimed to be a former White House staff member of the Obama administration. He claimed to have sensitive information regarding a stunning revelation about the First Lady, Michelle Obama, and he wanted to arrange a meeting with me in person to present the evidence for his claim. Like any good Christian journalist, I was skeptical at first. Why would you contact me? Are there not dozens of major news outlets you would want to appeal to first? Of course, he answered, to those questions are very simple. Unlike the days when the media used to do their job, like during the Watergate scandal, we are now living in a time when the liberal media simply cannot be trusted. I met with him for the first time yesterday evening, and he confirmed the suspicions. And I'll read this little highlighted area here. I just can't go to the major alphabet networks. They are in the tank for Obama, and it is network policy to cover up any critical stories regarding the president and his family. The White House has officially created a state media. We conservatives have known about this state media quite some time now. If a Korean wanted to run a story critical of King John II, supreme leader of the Yellow Empire, they would find that their life would not last too much longer. This is what is going on in the United States of America right now, which is indicative to end times, but that's for another discussion. Luckily, there is still an underground media rebellion that has managed to survive these dark times. Thanks to Christwire, Fox News, the Drudge Report, and other outlets of opposition, we are able to get the truth out to you. The Christian American reader, the following excerpt is the true biographical information of Michelle Obama given to me on June 25th, 2011 by a former member of the First Lady's personal staff. He shall remain anonymous for the time being to protect his life as well as the lives of his family. Now that goes to show you this country is no longer quote unquote a democracy. This is a socialist communist regime. If you talk against certain powers and reveal certain secrets that are to be hidden, you will be killed. And this has been going on for a long time. This isn't just something that's been going on in the last 5 years. This is always how it's been. America is nothing more than a communist regime with sugar on it. And the sugar is just the entertainment to make you think that you're free. Now, proceeding on. Michelle Obama, First Lady of the United States, was born Michael Levan Robinson in Chicago, Illinois on January 17, 1964. He was the second son born of Frazier Robinson III, a well-known cocaine dealer and union thug for crime lord Mayor Richard J. Daley, and Marion Shields Robinson, a transient street prostitute who was diagnosed with HIV first in 1998. He was a popular high school athlete, and in 1982 he accepted a scholarship to play middle linebacker for the Oregon State Beavers. I mean, can you believe it? Is it possible that Barack Obama is sleeping with an ex-Oregon State linebacker? Wow. After finishing a respectable rookie season with 88 tackles and 7.5 sacks, he suddenly dropped out of the school. Fellow teammates observed that Robinson could regularly be heard lamenting over how he is a woman trapped inside a man's body. And on January 13th, 1983, he underwent a sex reassignment surgery at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. To hide the shame of his new identity, Michael left Oregon State to attend Princeton University, under his legal name, Michelle Robinson. Years later, he met Barry Obama Jr., a Kenyan immigrant who later became aware of Michelle's true identity. They subsequently married and adopted 2 children. Wow. I mean, if any of this is true, I mean, folks, I mean, the sickest of sick has just happened for us the last 8 years. I'm not saying this man is the only man that has ever done anything with another man. We know better than that. But at the same time, for a president to have possibly, allegedly, now, like I said, I can't prove none of this. This is allegedly, of course, that he's been, married to an ex-linebacker for Oregon State who turned woman. Wow. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll let you, take the comment board, say what you want to say. If you think it's a load of crap, you have every right to believe that. I don't want to bear false witness against this man because we could be wrong, but it's really, the things that he signed on and co-signed to and pushed, I would not put it past. If you're willing to agree with transgender bathrooms and homosexual marriages in all the states, and they're even pushing now for pedophilia. Now they're trying to put a fine line between pedophilia and mental sickness. So, I mean, anything is possible. With that being said, shalom and double honors to the apostle, the great millstone, and salutations to all the Bra'akim out there. Good evening.